Alrighty, let me add another dead narrative to the list. Xbox has no Game of the Year nominees. Yeah, how you spell nominees? Is it 2 E's and an S? Nominees. Yeah, that's it. 2 E's. Is it? Oh no, is it 2 E's or 1 E? 2 E's. Yes, 2 E's and an S. Xbox has no Game of the Year nominees. That's another dead. Oh shit, that's too spaced apart. Let me make that a little bit closer. There it is. Before I get to the meat and potatoes of this video, I know what PlayStation fanboys are going to say. They're going to say that Xbox had nothing to do with Psychonauts 2. Xbox had nothing to do with Deathloop. Hey, listen to me for a second. Psychonauts 2 was a game that was a Kickstarter game. And Tim Schafer himself said if it wasn't for Xbox, they wouldn't have had any of the bosses in the game. They would have not been able to include all of the bosses, not some of the bosses. He said all of the bosses. Xbox helped the game become a bigger game after the acquisition. Now Deathloop, Dirt. Xbox didn't help with Deathloop. What about Deathloop? Hey, listen to me. Let's just be blunt. Double Fine and Arcane are two Xbox first-party studios. So if you guys want to say, well, Deathloop was only on PlayStation, it wasn't even on Xbox. They're two Xbox first-party studios. And guess what will happen if Deathloop 2 comes out? Or how about Psychonauts 3? Guess what platform those games will not be on, you pieces of shit? Yes. You know damn well what I'm talking about. So the narratives are dead. That's another narrative you can just cross off of the list. Another dead narrative. I say all of the time, if you're subscribed to me, you know I will say this damn near every video on every WBG Xbox podcast. I will say this. This is a different Xbox. This is not the Xbox that you guys are used to. The whole video game awards has become a huge thing for the video game industry. Every year we sit and we wait to hear the nominees for all of the different categories. And well, I'll be damned. In 2021, look at this. Most nominated publishers. 20 nominations. XboxBethesda, which is of course Xbox Game Studios, is leading the way. It's leading the way with 20 nominations overall. Let that sink in. 20 nominations. This isn't the Xbox with no Game of the Year nominees, with no best art direction, with no best story narrative. No, Xbox is there in all of those categories now. Their biggest weakness was, of course, their first party lineup last generation. If you know your weakness and you have the chance to fix your weakness, what do? You fix that weakness, and that's exactly what Xbox has done. Give them credit. You know what? I know you guys will not give them credit. Well, you know who will give them credit? Us Xbox fans. That's why I'm here. I'm going to give those guys credit. Xbox has no studios. Well, they fixed that. Xbox has no games. Well, they fixed that. Xbox has no high Metacritic games. Well, they fixed that. Now, Xbox has no Game of the Year nominees. They fixed that. That's all I wanted to say, man. That's another narrative that you PlayStation fanboys bragged about and talked shit about Xbox for years. That's dead. It's dead. And don't let one of these games actually win Game of the Year. I'm talking shit. But this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. Just imagine Hellblade 2. Just imagine what Playground Games is going to do with Fable. Yes, Forza Horizon 5 should have been nominated for Game of the Year, but it's a racing game. So, you know, they decided not to have it on the nominations for Game of the Year. But Playground is going to do Fable. The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics is doing Perfect Dark. Obsidian is doing Avowed. All of these things are happening within Xbox. And you PlayStation fanboys, you guys have no more narratives. I'm sure you guys will make up some new narratives. You always do. But the narratives you guys have been screaming about for years is dead. Oh, it's another narrative I forgot about. Xbox Gamepass isn't sustainable. PhilSpencer said it is very, very sustainable. And it's funny, when PhilSpencer say that, they still call him a liar. Phil is lying. Xbox Game Pass is not sustainable. Oh, really? You think Phil is just going to outright lie? Just let it go, guys. It's over. You guys had a great time talking shit. Xbox fans, we had no ammunition to go back at you guys, but those days are long gone. Xbox guys are talking shit. PlayStation guys are being roasted all over social media. Every time there's a PlayStation fanboy video, it gets roasted. It gets tons of views. People love to watch these videos. The perception of Xbox is amazing. If you compare the Xbox One generation to the Xbox Series generation, night and freaking day. Xbox One was hated by everyone. It seems like Xbox Series is loved. The Xbox Series outsold the Xbox One lifetime in Japan in 1 year. Xbox One sold over 100,000 consoles in Japan in the whole year. In 7 years, but the Xbox Series passed that in 1 year. So I'm going to say it again. Let that sink in. But you know what, guys? It's time for me to get my black ass up out of here. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you guys think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know when my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.